God damn.
God damn.
I'm pretty satisfied with it. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied, and I'm not that
You know
far.
what satisfied me?
What's that?
Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Come on, man. I was so
Sucked.
happy you liked it. I was a little bit worried.
Yeah, when I got that text from you later, I thought that was so funny. I was
like, you did like it, right? Because we loved it.
You sat with that all day just being like, wait, does he mean
a little bit?
He likes that or not?
A little bit. Well, I had told Tori as soon as she woke up because she liked it even more than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I did say that, so I better double check to make sure of it. Yeah.
Me and Miranda watched it yesterday during the day. We were both sucked into it pretty quickly.
Were you?
Yeah, I was. Here's what I really like about this movie, dude. It takes a special movie to take a story that is, we know it. We know the Frankenstein story. We know how this song and dance goes. And yet to still, there's so many things about it that I'm just like, yeah, but I want to see how this movie handles all of it. And it was so well done. I was so drawn into all the shit I already knew was going to happen, but like how they portrayed it, how they did the story. The visuals in this, just visually, settings, scenes, the cinematography at points.
I mean, it's beautiful.
It's so pretty to look at.
10 out of 10 beautiful. The only knock, I will drop it to a 9.5 out of 10. I think some of the CGI is like pretty gross, but man,
okay,
like the actual cinematography.
Like, is that what you're going for?
No, I don't care about the CGI.
Do you mean gross, like gross? You don't want to look at it, or
like vomity?
Gross you
vomity. Like not like no, like you don't want to look at it. Yeah, like
okay,
you don't want to look at it.
Yeah.
Some of the CGI is pretty ugly, but I mean the rest of the film is fucking beautiful. I mean it's really well done. Yeah, it made you feel. It tied you in. I think Jacob Elordi's really good. I was waiting all movie for, or rather from when he's first created, I was like, oh man, this is a pretty easy role. He doesn't have to do anything. And then, once we're going to talk spoilers, it's not a very, the story's 200 years old.
It's Frankenstein, yeah.
Yeah, it's 200 years old. But once he's in the woods and in the grain, I think he's really good at that point. Again, I don't know that it's the hardest role I've ever seen, but I think he does it perfectly. I know at some point that was supposed to be Andrew Garfield in that role, and that would have not worked. Elordi was perfect in that regard. That was my favorite part of the movie for me. I think Oscar Isaac's pretty good. I don't know that he's perfect, but he's pretty damn good.
Works for me.
What do you think about Mia Goth?
Interesting character overall.
Yeah, but what do you think about her playing the role?
I think
she's fine.
I think she fits. I mean,
I think she's fine.
She looks like the type of person who would be the Frankenstein love interest in a movie like this. So I rolled with it.
Yeah. Tell me more. It's one of these movies that I actually feel really, it's kind of hard for me to talk about because I just really enjoyed it. It was 2.5 hours and I was sucked in for 2.5 hours. I just sat and really, I thought it was a good.
From even like the simple.
Visually excellent.
It starts visually excellent. Yeah, and that's helpful when you're watching a movie. Is it nice to look at?
Sure
this movie's very nice to look at, so it makes me want to keep looking at it as this fantastic little tale is being told. And that's what I mean. Even like boring stuff, not even boring. I don't even call it boring stuff, but like it goes back to when Frankenstein's a kid and you're learning about his mom and dad, and that could be absolutely not interesting. But it right there was when I started getting sucked in, and I was like, let's go. I'm watching his life play out, watching him go to his academy. I really just loved that. I loved it. All the way through that when it switched to the Frankenstein story, I was like, wow, how do we pick up from that? And then
I thought
it did.
When it switched to Elordi, it was perfect. I really loved it from that point forward. I really liked it before that, but I thought that was, I enjoyed that telling of it that way. Yeah. What else do you say? It's a great fucking movie that in the end, I like the changes that he made. Some people maybe didn't. This is spoilery, so we are spoiling now. I think I enjoyed the forgiving of Victor,
Sure.
by whatever you want to call him, Adam. I think that's
Uh-huh.
good. I love that he comes off the ship and pushes the ship away. I think that's
Sure. Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? I
Yep.
love all that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I was more fascinated by Elordi in the movie than Victor in the earlier parts, but overall, I mean, it was 2.5 hours. I was sucked into a movie that was pretty damn good. And I've actually never seen it, Guillermo. I might have seen one. I've seen Pan's Labyrinth, but that was a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a beautiful movie. Where they spent $150 million, I'm not totally sure, but
Honestly, dude, I'd say a lot of those effects were practical. So I feel like that alone is pretty pricey to do as much practical that looked that clean and clear and crisp. That's probably where a lot of the money for this movie went
yeah,
to, honestly. Which is good to say. Like, that's what you want.
that's true. That's
You
true.
want your budget in the like most budgets for movies go toward just paying the actors to be in it. So it's
Right.
like to get Oscar Isaac alone was probably pricey.
Yeah, Lordy's pretty hot too at this point, right?
But he's like currently like right now, especially with this movie. Like he did Euphoria, he's in another thing, he's in the like he's
Mia
not Oscar
Goth's in some
Isaac.
stuff
You don't got to
too.
pay much for him. Yeah, I'd say if there was a tier list, it would be
Those two.
yeah, it would be
Isaac Goth
Oscar
and
Isaac
Lordy.
top, maybe not top because he would compete with I'm forgetting his name, but the uncle, the actor that plays the uncle.
Yeah, it's
he
the guy
is-
from the Tarantino movies.
from lots of things, man. He's in a fuck ton of movies.
Well, he won 2 Oscars for Tarantino movies.
Right, so he
So-
could probably be the most pricey. And then it goes Oscar Isaac, then it goes Mia Goth, then you got your Lordy.
Christopher Waltz. That's
Christopher
his name.
Waltz. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
And then all the other side characters who are just a bunch of like actors you've never seen or heard of. Which
Yeah.
is perfect. Perfect for things like this.
Yeah.
I watched Frankenstein, like the Dr. Frankenstein section is just like this deep character study of a person who can be inspired by something traumatizing when they're young and watch how it, though you mean well, could turn into a monster yourself. And I just thought this movie did a really good job of like showing that evolution in him. And then that realization of just like, I become my fucking monster father, but worse maybe. And it's just like, oh, I loved all that. I loved all
Yeah,
that.
or and like as soon as Adam, let's just call him Adam, he makes the monster, immediately the monster wants to hug him, but Victor's leaning in to hear his heartbeat because he's still just viewing it as like a creation versus making a person, right?
Even when he's chaining him up, it's so just like casually and friendly, but he's like he
it's
wants to be
fucking
the nice
sad,
guys,
right?
but it's like, yeah, fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he like doesn't even realize that he's being cruel, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's
Entirely.
done perfectly. It's one of these things. It's hard to evaluate because it's all just done so perfectly in that way, right?
Yeah.
Every little bit of that I think is done genuinely perfectly from an emotional standpoint, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's moments and care in scenes like that make me sitting up watching this movie, like into this movie. It's
Yeah.
those little moments.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, do I want to see the monster fucking just beat the shit and kill those wolves? Absolutely. What a great little action scene. But that's just like a
but that
like
seems
a topping.
That might be the best scene of the movie because it's
fucking.
fucking so sad. I think that might be my favorite scene of the movie. I was so sad.
Oh,
it was
love that
awful
scene,
when
don't
he
get me
comes back
wrong.
in and finds the grandfather.
Oh, I know.
Oh
I was
my
like, of
God.
course, of course. As soon
Oh,
as
it
he
was
gets
brutal. That was the saddest. Oh my God.
he did fuck those wolves up though. That was pretty
I
good.
know, but it was so sad.
Yeah, well, that's the point. The double
I know
whammy.
it got me though.
Did you
Yeah.
cry?
I don't think I did.
That's good. Yeah, this movie
There's
didn't
a
make me
chance.
cry,
With me,
but-
I need you to know there's always a chance.
Yeah, me too.
I don't remember.
This one didn't make me do
I
it.
watched it on Friday.
But I still
the day
really
it came
fucking
out.
liked it. Yeah. I thought it was interesting. I just like the dynamic of like them telling their stories to this sailor that's just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Like, let me tell you my life story. And the monster's coming to get him, and all the captain's men are like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And he's like, we gotta get rid of him. We gotta get the fuck out of here. And he's just like, no, we're not doing it.
We're gonna
It's
listen.
like, nobody's like, why? And because his answer would be, he's telling me a really good story. I want to hear the rest of it.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was a little funny, like, and it's just how the story goes. It's just how the book goes. So like, Frankenstein's monster comes in, and instead of just like being a monster and like doing his revenge thing, he's like, oh, let me tell you my backstory.
Yeah.
And it was funny in that moment because like you didn't realize at that point. I mean, you do because you've seen Frankenstein before, but let's say you
because the
didn't
book's
see
200 years
Frankenstein.
old.
Right. If you didn't know that he was as smart as he was, by that point in the story, you'd be like, what? This guy's capable of like communication, which is how you're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
Which I thought, once again, I knew all this, but I still felt all this.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And I think I
that.
think small portions of it, if you were being hyper critical, it's like a little cheesy, like slightly of him coming in and doing that. But it is gothic, like romance horror. That is what it is. Do you know what I mean? That is the genre.
By
like
the
an
time
action,
you figure out that's why it happens like that is because he's actually like a really nice guy. Actually, it makes sense that he'd come and be like, "Oh, whoa! Let me tell you my side of the story." Jeez, yeah.
But it's weird that he goes from chasing Victor down and tormenting him to actually, I just want to get on this ship and forgive him.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think at that point he wanted to forgive him. And I will say this. I thought the ending, I like the idea of the ending forgiveness message, but I do think that ultimately was like a very like Frankenstein finished his story. Shit happened that they were both involved with. So nothing was news to them because they've been just chasing each other now. And then because of knowing that on his deathbed, the monster's like, I forgive you. Even though he didn't hear any of Victor's story from before that led to any of that. So it was just like...
I don't know that worked. I think it's just Guillermo del Toro wanting to tell it like his own, forgiving his own father. But it all works because I think that's the genre. I think the genre is overly dramatic. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it hits
I like the message. It just felt a little rushed, but...
But it was a 2.5-hour movie, so maybe it shouldn't have felt a little rushed. But yeah,
just the end felt a little rushed. But
yeah. But it's a great movie. I think it's perfect for the genre. I think what you want out of that movie is what you got, right? To me, I mean, the score of it's unbelievably high.
More.
Everybody agrees, right? Like everybody agrees. It's a very highly rated movie. It's good.
Yeah, things are looking good, and it is that good. It is entertaining, fun to watch. If anything,
I've recommended it to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm giving it my appropriate feelings here, but I've recommended it to a lot of people. I think it's really good. It's a good movie to watch with the significant other. The women love Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we appropriately cover it? I feel like I'm not the person to talk about it, but maybe that's all the more reason why you should see it is because
we've certainly hyped it up.
That movie is not made for somebody like me. I can't say that enough, and I loved it so much. I thought it was I really thought it was excellent. I thought it's a good watch. It's a good watch. It's beautiful. It's a good story. It's Guillermo del Toro's take on it. I think the actors do well. I think it's a good movie.
Like I said, man, I think there are movies. There are good movies. There are films. Right. This shit was a film.
I mean, what's better than that this year that you've seen? New movies.
That's what I'm saying too. It might be my favorite movie I've seen this year.
It's 2 or 3 for me. Probably
I'd have to
Probably-
really think
probably
back on
3.
the year, but
Probably 3.
I really liked it. It was something that like lived up to the expectations that had preceded it, and then also after the reviews came, like it lived up to all expectations and
Yeah.
then some. And
I
was
very much-
into it.
Yeah, very much. One Battle After Another is my favorite this year.
I still gotta watch that. That's
very
yeah.
much my favorite movie of the year. I think
it's coming
like,
out on digital
streaming
or
very
like
soon.
streaming in like a
very
week,
soon.
and I will be watching it.
That's my favorite movie of the year for sure. And then it's between Sinners and this for number 2. You know, when I first saw Sinners, the first time I saw Sinners, I liked it more than the first time I saw Frankenstein. I tried to watch Sinners again, not in a theater, and it didn't hit for me the same way.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
I
didn't finish it the second time I watched it, but I
really like Sinners, but I do think it was the opposite for me, where it took me a minute to appreciate it as much as I did. Whereas right away with Frankenstein, I was like, I'm into
well,
this.
it's just it's so beautiful. It's hard not to immediately appreciate what a film it is.